All right. What's poppin', people? Welcome back to episode 4, right? Four.
Yes, four.
My God, we're a new hope.
We're a new hope. We're a new hope era right now.
We're a new hope, and we're all donning red because,
Yes,
Not me, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. What's up? All right. What's up, guys?
Keep that rebellion alive up there, you.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, where are you stabbing that?
Actually, that actually does not look right. Let me not do that anymore. That does not look right.
Christ.
So
Maybe don't hold it like that.
Yeah, and I'm at the bottom as well, so that's what a great way to start out the. Well, here we go.
No, I'm not editing this, by the way. This is staying in.
That's staying in, unfiltered.
As long as we establish the power dynamics here.
This is staying in. But yeah, what's up, guys?
You do realize we're basically the master and apprentice. It's open to interpretation, who's who, and Darius is the one pulling all the strings. And yes, I worded it in such a way to avoid any.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Talk for a second.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, this shit's ass.
They fly now? They fly now? Okay, right.
Yeah, they don't fly now. All right, but what an intro! Oh my god!
As you can see, we don't believe in.
We kept it raw. We kept it unfiltered. That's not helping.
It's really. Welcome to another episode 4. I'm your host, John Marco, Gene, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I got Darius right here, and we got Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, the only reason why we're unfiltered is we saw some more.
You know, I will take responsibility for this. It's those King streams over the past few years. That's the problem.
We have to unlearn what we learned. You know,
we have to unlearn what we have learned.
All right.
That's what this really is. It's getting the two most chaotic people in the group and be like, how can we whittle them down? How can we unlearn and unwire all of that? All of that, like, how do I put it? Somehow Palpatine return type of energy.
We have to unlearn what we learned.
We have to unlearn what we learned. So, Gian, what's the subject of this little video? What are we all here to talk about?
Darth Maul. Because the trailer came out a few days ago, and that shit got me hyped, and we got to talk about it.
We do indeed. I gotta say, before we go any further and go straight into it, as I'm sure we will. I mean, there's no other way, really, is there? You know, Red 5 standing by. You know, stay on target. Type of energy. Interpret that how you will. For someone who is a prequel kid through and through, I never would have guessed that we would have had Darth Maul come back in the Clone Wars, let alone in Rebels. You know, we've been spoilt for choice. To now have. And I remember us talking about this before we kicked off. So this is not what I said. This is what these two were talking about. Is that this is a show that is being led by a villain. Now, I really don't want them to go down the anti-hero route, if you know what I mean. I kind of want them to just keep Maul. Like maybe have him question some things or dabble in the gray. But don't do an Iden verse. Don't do some kind of weird, wacky redemption in there. Like, just be very careful with that line. That's my main concern.
I don't think
considering, and the good thing is we know where Maul ends up in Rebels, and he's still Maul there, so we know that he'll be bad. The Empire will just be worse, arguably. You know, like that'll be the line. Like Maul's a bad guy, but the Emperor is worse. That's pretty much how it's always been.
It's the enemy of my enemy type of thing.
Yeah, I don't think he might have people he cares about in this show. He might grow to care about. We'll talk about that later, like the Twi'lek, I can't remember. Is she a Twi'lek or?
No, she's a
Zabrak, right?
Yeah.
I think her name is Devin, from what I heard.
Yeah, he might come to care about her as like a potential apprentice or something like that. But like the same way he cared about Ezra, like not really. He cares about what Ezra could have done for him, not really about Ezra himself.
The potential, basically. What they have. Speaking of Ezra, I'm watching that episode.
Lol, there's a character that in this show that is played by the guy that used to host Where I Work. That's insane.
Is it actually?
Yeah, like, because Where I Work is based, obviously I can't see on there, but it's based off of a TV show. He hosted not the original, but the sequel version of that. That's insane.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, I might have a chance after all. Do carry on.
But I know Wagner Mora, who's up for an Oscar, is in the show.
Okay, I'm in.
So yeah, he's up for an Oscar right now.
That's insane. He's going to be playing A police detective on Janix who is part of the local law enforcement, separate from Galactic Empire.
Okay, so that's kind of that's the part where like we see the guy looking at Maul's hologram. I think that's probably who that is then.
Yeah, Gideon Adlon as Devon Izara. She's a Twi'lek Jedi who's on the run following.
Oh, she's a Twi'lek. Okay,
she's a Twi'lek. Another survivor and is targeted by Maul as a potential new apprentice. It was like the pre-Ezra, if you know what I mean. Head writer Matt Michnovitz, hopefully I said that right. I probably butchered it. Said Devon is realizing that the future she expected to have as a Jedi is no longer possible. A running theme lately. I'll talk about that more another time, but we've got to stop letting people survive Order 66. You're diluting the era. To me,
like, you might not make it out of this. I'm just going to say that.
As the Jedi is no longer possible and she needs to adapt. Love that word. Portillo said there is an innocence to the character who is conflicted between right and wrong, while Raul said Adlon's performance helped ground the series in reality. I like that. I like where they can take that.
I don't think Maul. I think based off the trailer, Maul is still Maul. He's slicing and dicing people.
Now, could you imagine? He's got another hallway scene.
Yeah,
looks like he does. Based on the end, when he throws the saber through.
This man is dueling Marok, cutting people in half, and still dueling Marok at the same time. And we might actually get to know what actually happened with Marok because he doesn't.
I think Maul killed him, and then what's her name? The nice sister lady. I can't remember her name for some reason.
I'm drawing a blank on that one, but I mean, like Marok does appear in Ahsoka. Yeah. And when he gets killed, I just did a full rewatch of Ahsoka not too long ago. You see the Night Sister magic leave. So I'm wondering if he was resurrected after this. Like Maul had already killed him. Like maybe he was already taken out. And it's got the one, like what's crazy to me is the fact that Marok faced Ahsoka. This other Inquisitor that's in the show faced Ahsoka. Ahsoka killed Marok for the second time. Or maybe the first, until they clarify or they leave it open-ended. She also killed the other one in Tales of the Jedi, I believe it was.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird how all of these characters, Ahsoka is dueling or killing off. Maul is also dueling and killing off. I don't know if they're trying to do like a yin and yang kind of thing with those.
It seems that way.
Maybe because season 7 of Clone Wars, they were like
set that up.
Yeah. I feel like they're trying to sort of show them as like the product of both of their systems, if that makes sense. It's sort of like even though Obi-Wan and Maul are more intrinsically linked, like the light and the dark, maybe it's like Ahsoka and Maul, what they're going for, especially across the animated verse, is that Maul and Ahsoka are intertwined, like one half of each kind of thing.
And it's kind of like, you think about it, Maul's
not really a Sith now.
Palpatine basically discarded Maul. Was like, I don't need you anymore. I've got Dooku now, and Grievous, and eventually Anakin. But Ahsoka's kind of a similar thing with Anakin, except she chose to leave. Like she left on her own accord. Like Anakin didn't care about Ahsoka. But like Anakin cared about Ahsoka. Palpatine never cared about Maul beyond
both are disillusioned for different reasons.
Yeah, and we know that Maul from the Rebels, he wants to kill Obi-Wan, yes, but he also wants to kill Palpatine because Palpatine basically ruined his life and then threw him cast him aside.
Here's my question: do you think we're going to see Maul or Palpatine and Vader in this show? Because in Rebels, because when Vader shows up in season 2 of Rebels, I think you boys pointed out this or saw this online.
Maul runs away.
Yeah, Maul runs away once Vader pulls up. So do you think that Vader and Maul are going to duke it?
I think so. Vader humbles Maul. This is going to be a humbling experience for Maul. I think Marok is going to bite it. The other Inquisitor is getting waxed. Because think about it, in Rebels, when those Inquisitors are there, right? And this is what I appreciate about Maul. When he shows up, they shouldn't even touch him. And they don't. Dispenses them like that. Like, regardless of what you think about them killing Qui-Gon for plot or whatever else, this guy killed one of the best Jedi of the age. They shouldn't even be touching him or go anywhere close.
Killed Pre Vizsla too, who was a Mandalorian.
Exactly, Mandalorian boss. Like, I mean, need I say more? And that was like, obviously, he's got half of his body kind of grievous. But the crazy thing is, in Rebels, he's not stupid. He knows that he can't fight Vader by himself, so he tries to either bring Ezra into the fold or Ahsoka, Kanan, whatever it happens to be. I think, unlike a certain franchise, Marvel, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. What they can do is strengthen that by having this moment in this show where Maul is like, he's his cocky self. He's his arrogant, I'm going to crush it kind of mentality. Nothing's going to faze me. And After this, he was face to face with Palpatine not too long ago. He survived. He was face to face with Ahsoka Order 66 happen. He survived. Maybe he's thinking, you know what? I'm untouchable. I can take these guys. I always find a way out of this. And then Vader walks in, slaps him on his ass, and then it's just like he narrowly escapes. And I do wonder, this could be a very dark thing, but it would be very in line with Maul. He is an opportunist and he loves to wiggle his way out of there. Savage Opress was a different kind of subject, but do you think they could, and this could be very dark if they do it, but we've seen Revenge of the Sith and we've seen Rise of Skywalker for a different reason. But what if they decide to introduce a character for Maul to get attached to, in a sense, and he sacrifices them to Vader so he can escape?
I think that's what's going to happen.
He's going to have the choice. That might be Devon's character, right?
Yes, I think she's dead.
He's going to have the choice to save her from Vader, and he doesn't. That's what I think it's going to end.
It's going to be a case of like he thinks he can beat Vader. Vader beats the crap out of him, and then the only way he can get out of there, because there's no, I don't think you earn it. If Maul just runs away, then you run the risk of making Vader look incompetent, and I don't like that. When Vader shows up, like in Jedi Fallen Order, when he shows up, you're done. It's over. Like it's wrapped. Like even Kenobi, for all its flaws, even in Kenobi, Reva couldn't touch him. This man's doing shadow boxing on her, dodge and weave, move, I mean, stopping ships and stuff. So I feel like he'll be playing with his food. He'll be, like, oh, I've never dueled you. I've only dueled you in programs or whatever. That could be a cool little Easter egg where it's like, oh, Anakin dueled you back in the day.
Yeah, and then
I think Maul will sacrifice this new person so he can escape.
And we know that Maul's mission in Clone Wars Season 7 was to kill Anakin so that this could not happen. Like that's what his whole plan was. It's like, I can. So now he can be like, oh, so this is Anakin. Like I can kill him. Yeah. And Palpatine's down he's down his enforcer. I can still like hurt Palpatine by killing his number one guy.
Yep.
It's not going
to basically just a big middle finger is all it is. If he knows if he's not successful, then all he has to do is still take him out, and it's like a big FU to him anyway. It's like, well, you didn't take me, fine, I'll take yours from you then. And you took my brother from me, so boom, there you go.
We know a little bit about Maul's story. We know where he is in Rebels, but before that, he takes control of Crimson Dawn again. Mm-hmm. So like maybe we see that in the show too. Like it seems like he's trying to build his power base back up through the criminal underworld.
Yep.
He's building like a little.
I think Rook Cass is still on the show, isn't she? I think.
Yes, yeah.
The Mandalorian. That was. Yep. I think he's going to try to build his take control of the underworld again. Probably maybe have to deal with Jabba some because Jabba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jabba's still in power and around, so that would make sense.
How many years does this take place after Clone Wars Season 7?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because I know it takes. Is it like?
It seems like Bad Batch era because there's like there's proto stormtroopers again, like the really early ones.
Yeah, like the TK type of clones. The ones you see in Force Unleashed, like those kind of ones that are like fresh off the batch of that.
Yeah, the first ones that were trained by the clone commandos, like the first ones.
Yeah. I have a sneaky suspicion that play with the door. I have a sneaky suspicion that with this being around the Bad Batch time, that clone show that we were talking about may actually end up happening as well. I've just got a funny feeling they're trying to like buffer all the cracks out so that whole lore is full, and then they could just move on.
I think we're gonna see Kira and a young Kira.
Dude, it's possible because they haven't done anything with the Solo end credit scene. Even though Solo 2 should happen, in my opinion.
It should.
It's fine.
Like that's what I want to. I want to see like a younger Kira. I want to see more like Dryden Voss probably pop up in the show again. Some of like the more criminal underworld, Dengar, like criminal underworld. Boba might be in this.
A good shout.
Boba.
Cad Bane's still around, but at this point,
he is still around.
Cad Bane. Yeah, I would love to see Cad Bane and Maul interact.
Imbo might show up.
You could even have the Bad Batch show up. Like you know, what I mean, they could still be in around. Maybe they're on a mission or something, and they just cross paths.
Yeah,
like it's not like Crosshair and Maul having a conversation. I'd love to see that.
Because I think Sam Witwer says like every episode matters. Is like no. I think
how in Tales of the Underworld they kind of gave Ventress not necessarily a redemption, quote unquote, but they gave her a purpose outside of herself with that kid. It could be like an inverse, where it's like you think that Maul is going to go the Ventress route, and he goes back to his roots. And it's very much in line with what Freddie Prinze said ages ago about the Sisyphus comparison to Greek mythology.
He's trying to build a boulder up the hill. He can't.
And he can't, because he just can't. He's got so much anger and rage. He can't let go of Obi-Wan, Palpatine, Dooku, Grievous. He can't let it go.
Versus Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan has every reason to turn to the dark side. Like he doesn't. He lets it all go. He lets all his anger go. He looks towards the future.
He's lost just as much as anyone else, and he doesn't.
He looks towards the future, which is Luke, obviously. Like he still has faith in the future. Yeah. Maul doesn't. Maul's like, no, he can't let anything go. I have to get revenge. I have to avenge my people. I have to avenge Savage. I have to avenge
and it's vengeance, right? And not in a way of justice. It's just, I know I want revenge type of vengeance. Like, we're gonna run a fade like that. It's like that kind of stuff. We're gonna.
It's like what Ahsoka said. Maul's like, I think Maul said, yeah, we're gonna destroy the Emperor, and then Ahsoka's like, you're gonna take his place. You're just gonna be the next guy. Like you're not
changing anything.
This isn't the rebellion, which is like, yeah, we have to build something better. This is I'm going to knock this guy off and take his spot. That's the Sith. Still the Sith.
Yep, it's still the Sith. And the crazy thing as well is it's like you look at the character of Maul, and in Rebels, not only does he run away from Vader, but he goes straight to Obi-Wan. And the reason why, like, it's like, because there was always that conversation of like, well, we know why he's running away from Vader, but why is he directing all of his energy to Obi-Wan when he should be going after Palpatine and Vader?
He has no purpose.
Because he can't. He's completely outmatched. He's probably already faced Vader and lost, as we'll probably see in this show. If he can't take Vader, he's getting nowhere near Palpatine. Who's the next best thing? In his eyes, in his anger, who's the reason that all of these events transpired? Obi-Wan.
If he never lost Obi-Wan, he still would be a Palpatine side.
He would still be like, because I don't think Sidious planned to replace him anytime soon. Like, I think Sidious just had to have contingency upon contingency.
And then he saw Anakin was there. I was like, oh, there we go.
Because it was just a happy accident. Maul was meant to be the one, like in the sense of like his apprentice. He never intended to bump into Anakin until he did, and it was like, oh. So it basically just sped up the process. That's what it was. And I think I was reading something the other day where it said that Palpatine would have never, like, he would have found the chosen one eventually. But Anakin being taken in by Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, it just sped up the process. Yeah. So when he lost Maul, he was like, all right.
Need you anymore.
There's a Plagueis novel. There's a Plagueis novel that's it's Legends, but it's kind of canon because they kind of make But basically, Palpatine and Plagueis were screwing around with the Force, and they were trying to make life with the Force. Basically, the Plagueis novel implies that the Force created Anakin as a response to that. He's like, okay, you're going to screw around with the Force. I'm going to make someone who's going to destroy the Sith forever. That's kind of what the Force did. So, like, Palpatine had no idea that this would happen until he saw Anakin. Like, oh, this is what the Force created to stop me. So what if I take this kid in and make him my weapon? That's basically...
The Force can't control if I'm being a mentor or a friend.
So, like, Maul was plan A. Anakin is basically like a plan B. Yeah. Like, this is... I
mean, Maul was meant to operate in the shadows from the jump. There's, like, the Phantom Menace has so many meanings, but one of them is that Maul is not meant to be revealed. Like, he's meant to be in the shadows. Like, he's not meant to be revealed at all.
He was an assassin.
He's straight up assassin.
He always has the hood until Duel of the Fates happens. That's when he takes the hood off. Because even when he's fighting Qui-Gon and Tatooine, he still has his hood up, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that's the genius of it, because if you just remove Anakin from the equation entirely... No, don't do that! Yeah, let's remove Anakin from the equation entirely. I'm saying that. If you focus just on Maul, the plan still could have worked. Like, Palpatine's plan could have still worked. The only difference is Anakin worked from the inside, so it made it easier.
It would have been harder, but it could have still worked.
Could have still made it work.
Because especially if he still turns Dooku, Dooku's your inside man now.
Mm-hmm. So and the thing is, Dooku could have had an interesting dynamic and connection with Dooku to the point where Darth Maul was still his apprentice anyway. Like, he could have just kept Darth Maul in the shadows. I really love how they bend the rule of two and have these people have so many different, like, quote unquote assassins. Like, even though Ventress was an assassin for Palpatine and Dooku, she was secretly Dooku's apprentice.
Yep.
So, and obviously Dooku could never tell Palpatine that, because it's like, what, okay, bye. you're dead.
Yeah, so then he had Savage for a little bit. No,
yep.
she had Savage for a little bit, and then
so pretty much Maul could have just operated in the shadows, and that's what he was meant to be. So that he would have still used the plan with Dooku and Cypher DS and all of that. That would have still played out, and Maul would have stepped in if Dooku were to bite the bullet at any point. And Maul would have been a freaking force. That's why George wanted to bring him back for the sequels as the main villain, because he would have been freaking.
Do you guys think that? I think so we're positive that Maul, I think the way this goes is Maul fights a bunch of kills some Inquisitors, causes a lot of trouble, and I think Palpatine takes notice. Like, okay, I got to send Vader in here because.
Maybe Vader isn't the one that gets the information. Maybe it's Palpatine, and Palpatine's like, this fucker again, man. Jesus. Like, you need to do it in a way where it's like, because you've already had Palpatine pull up in the Clone Wars to fight him. You need a reason why Palpatine doesn't pull up. Like, just sort of like, okay, I've got these guys now. And obviously, to be fair, I kind of just answered my own question. It's a different time. In Clone Wars, he had the mystique, he had the mystery. So he could pull up, but now he's got a whole army. Why does he need to show up here? Send 5 Inquisitors.
It makes more sense for Vader, I think, because, like, again, in Rebels,
could you imagine? You could strengthen the Palpatine Vader stuff if Palpatine's face to face with Vader. Well, do you know what's funny, Mr. Anakin? He was meant to. What you're doing right now, I envision for him. If he can beat you,
it's a test for Vader. It's a test for Vader because it's still very. Still very early on in Vader's light, because remember Palpatine was kind of trolling Vader at this point. He was like, "Yeah, you're weak. Because you lost to Obi-Wan and Mustafar. That wasn't supposed to happen. You're weakened. You're not where you're supposed to be." He's like, "Yo, so go handle Maul. You can prove to me that you're still worthy to be my apprentice." I could probably be.
Now, naturally, anyone would be like, "Well, why would Maul even give Palpatine the time of day at this point after everything he's done to him?" Because even after he kills Savage, Maul is literally begging for him to stop. He's got this kind of complex where I don't want to therapize it, but if Palpatine was to offer Maul that spot back, 100% he'd take it. Maul is so blinded by his arrogance and his just enraged view of the galaxy that he wouldn't care about that. He'd think, I'll take your position. The only difference is, not only will he take the position, the last time he did it, it was as his apprentice. He'll take it this time to wait for Palpatine to turn his back, and then when he's ready,
and now he has an empire to control.
So it's just an incentive for Maul to say yes, and Palpatine knows this. And he also knows I can test Vader because, hey, he may be half mechanical, but he can kick your ass in a fucking fight. Go prove yourself to me. Go on, go do your thing.
2 half mechanical people fighting each other.
Yeah,
it's like the 2 dudes from Up. And it's crazy because it's like I would. It's such a throwaway line. I said it earlier, but I would love for Vader to say like, like if Maul calls him out and says you're basically. Does Maul know that Vader is Anakin?
No one knows.
Okay, so they can't.
I think he might suspect it based on what happened in the Clone Wars. He might figure it out. You might see him figure it out. It would be
nice if Vader says, "I recognize your fighting style. I feel like I faced it before." Because Maul has his hood up, and then
I don't think anybody knows Vader's Anakin besides Obi-Wan.
Yeah, because they've got the training programs in Ahsoka.
Obi-Wan and Bail. No, I think Bail knows.
Yeah, I think they're the only 2. But I think because they've got the training programs in Ahsoka, and I know Dave Filoni would have been heavily involved in this. I feel like the clip that I sent you guys earlier on today about what they were going to do for Force Unleashed with Proxy and him turning into Anakin and whatnot, I think that would have been really freaking dope. Just to have like that sort of because I think Anakin and Maul faced off in Legends, didn't they? In like the hologram sense. Yeah. So Anakin, if they could find a way to say, "Hey, Anakin was practicing against Darth Maul back in the day, but as a hologram," that'd be fun.
I think Vader and Maul fought in Legends too once. But yeah, I kind of hope we see more of like how the criminal underworld work, because like people don't realize the Empire is very vulnerable. Like immediately after Revenge of the Sith, like the Empire is probably at its most vulnerable point because they haven't really established control of the whole galaxy yet. Like
still fighting how to like take over.
They're still fighting the Wookiees, and they're still fighting and a couple other because like there's still separatists that are still fighting back at this point. We saw that in Bad Batch a little bit. Like separatists are still
that could be interesting. 3 factions duking out.
because now the criminal underworld could be like, yo, we can kind of establish some stuff for ourselves. So that's kind of how
we can slip it while the focus is on that kind of stuff. Oh, hey, we've got a Uta power over there that's missing some stuff. Why don't we just go over there real quick?
Exactly, because that's kind of how Jabba has a deal with the Empire, where Jabba like does his stuff, and the Empire kind of looks the other way. Sometimes it's kind of a deal like, hey, you guys sell us slaves so we can do Death Star stuff, and we will kind of look the other way when you guys are doing your.
And who's the one person that won't look the other way? And that's Maul. He'll be like, you're messing with my business. The hell, get out. I also really would love the whole notion of. I was thinking about this earlier on before we came on. Obi-Wan gave Maul the best gift he ever could have received, and here's why. There is no way Maul would have died by anyone's hand other than his own. I think Maul's character, obviously, depending on how you write it, but if you look at Maul's arc from start to finish, I think just looking at it from an objective intention, Maul is the guy who somehow survives every situation but loses everything every single time. Whether it's his brother, the new character he's associated with, he will always survive to watch someone else succeed in his spot. I would absolutely appreciate a line of dialogue between Vader and Maul, a brief conversation of like Vader could bring up, Dooku and Grievous and what that'd be weird hearing Vader say those names. Even though it's Anakin, it would still be weird. And then Maul would be like, well, how come I'm the one still standing here?
Yep.
Yeah, because most cockiness will get into Vader, and then that's when they
verbally, Maul would piss Vader off.
I hope we get some Son of Dathomir flashbacks.
Well, I think we will.
Some reference to that.
It's just a shame because you look at Maul's arc and it's just tragedy. Like it's. I think if Obi-Wan doesn't kill him, I think he's just going to get in another situation where he's about to die. He gets out of it again, and then he's got to rinse, repeat. Because
if he doesn't die there, let's say he survives the OT, he watches another Skywalker destroy the Empire, which is what he wanted to do again.
He's sitting in the damn chair. Like Maul is sitting in the chair watching everyone else succeed ahead of him. The poor soul.
Yep. Then he probably goes to challenge. Then he probably goes to challenge Luke and loses that again. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's another guy out here. Jedi are coming back. Let me go challenge him." And he could probably lose to Luke and survives by the grace of God again.
Yeah,
it's.
And then eventually it gets to sequel territory. He finds out that there's Ben Solo, and then that's a whole thing. And then he has to watch.
He goes and fights Kylo Ren and loses again.
He's just destined to fail. Like he's destined to lose again and again and again.
But let's say they did bring back Maul for the sequel trilogy. Kylo and Maul, that's a sick duo.
Two very unstable people. My goodness,
that's a sick duo.
I mean, well, to be fair, like I've got to be very careful with where I go with this. The World Between Worlds is a cheat code.
You could do it. It's a big
cheat code. You'd have to earn it, but it is a big cheat code. I genuinely don't think it's off the table. The only issue that I will bring up, and I'm not going to get too deep into it. Obviously, Sam Witwer is Darth Maul, as we know, but we know the actual version is Mr. Ray. And obviously, shout out to him if he's ever watching this. But I think with everything that he's had to go through and deal with, and the things that he's done the past however long, I don't think you're getting live action Maul anytime soon. I think live action Maul in Solo, that might genuinely be his last appearance, if ever. Like I don't think we're going to see him again.
Do Ray Park? I mean, what's his name? No, Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer would be Maul now. Yeah.
This is crazy because it's like the guy who plays the son of Mortis. It's the Sam Witwer. It's the same voice. So it's just like I do wonder with what they're setting up. Like they're missing someone. They're missing something. There's something missing. They've got Anakin, which is the father. They've got Ahsoka, that's the daughter. Who's the son?
Maul. Yeah.
Like
they're very similar characters.
Like
the son of Mortis and Maul are very similar because the son of Mortis is always destined to fail as well.
And that's why I said like earlier on, it's like Ahsoka and Maul are so intrinsically linked now. It can't be by accident. There's got to be someone in the creative team that's like, hey, this Inquisitor specifically killed by Ahsoka in her debut show is now about to be killed by Maul. They're both together at the end of the Clone Wars. It's like, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I don't think they'll do this because Maul is such a wild card. But if they had a situation where you've got Anakin, who's the perfect balance of the light and the dark, you've got Ahsoka who dabbles in the gray, but she's more light. You've got Maul who's unhinged as fuck, but he's a dark side warrior through and through. That trio is the new Mortis gods.
Yeah, ain't nobody messing with them. No one's messing with them.
I personally would prefer Starkiller, but unless they canonize him, like you know.
And you talk about the parallels between Ahsoka and Maul. Here's another one. They both survived. If we take the theory that Maul fights Vader in the show, so Ahsoka went out. She didn't die, but she sacrificed herself by saving a young Jedi. She pushed Ezra away. If Maul gets his apprentice killed, that's another parallel. He does the same thing, but the opposite. Like, instead of saving this young Jedi, he lets her die, and is like, I'm getting out of here. Instead of Ahsoka, who stayed behind, thinking that she would die. I mean, she basically did die, and then she didn't. It's War Between Worlds is weird.
It is very weird. They be careful with that, you lot. But I just think that scene's going to be hard to watch. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it just feels like that's the kind of thing that would separate. When Obi-Wan kills Maul, right, in Rebels. Oh, spoiler! I really would have loved to have seen that in live action with Rey and Ewan, but it's fine. At least in the scene, we got it. In that moment, it's almost like Maul has a chance with Ezra to go to the light, and then he blinds Kanan. He has a chance to go to the light, and he hunts down Obi-Wan. Even while he's facing him, he has a chance to do the right thing. Still draws his lightsaber. Still does it.
Obi-Wan tells him to leave. He's just like, no.
It's a testament to how tragic the character is when you've got him in a situation where you spend 10 episodes. Like, imagine freaking Mando and Grogu, right? You spend 10 episodes with Grogu, and then Din Djarin just leaves Grogu behind to die.
Jesus.
Yo, that would be so dark. Oh my God.
Like it's giving it would feel like that. You spend 10 episodes getting connected with this character, and you finally see this girl humanize Maul. You see a bit more of the vulnerable side, because I know Sam Witwer really wants to delve into that, because we always see Maul. Like, it's great to see Maul, but he's very one-dimensional when he appears, because obviously it's not his story. He's just a part of it. So with this show, it's specifically about him. This character is going to be the... How do I come? We've all seen The Penguin, right?
I was just about to say that. Spoilers for The Penguin. If you have not seen The Penguin, go watch it. Amazing show. Click off. Come back in like, I don't know, a minute or two. But
it's Vic.
Yeah, it's Vic and
it's Vic all over again. The only difference is this time he's not gonna be the one. He won't kill her. I mean, if he does injure her to leave her to die, that's gonna be worse. But I feel like he's going to.
You said The Penguin. I actually thought of the actual Penguin. I didn't think of DC. Oh my God! I thought of an actual Penguin. I'm like, The Penguin. What the fuck?
Got those happy feet. Certainly not what I'm thinking while he's a child.
You know what happens in The Penguin?
But I think it's such an interesting contrast to have Maul fight Vader. I would actually go a step further. I'd have Maul get the upper hand. I know some people will be like 50-50. Vader's still going to clear him.
This is still young Vader. Young Vader.
I would have Maul get the upper hand. This is a test for Vader. This is just off the back of Revenge of the Sith. This is early days. Maul is someone that loves to run his mouth. Could you imagine if Maul says a line of like, you know, if it's loosely hinted at that Maul may have an idea who this person was. Like, obviously, they need to be very careful.
Vader's still young. It's 1 year after Clone Wars. Vader's still
right. So, with that being said,
he's like 20. He's like 23.
He's like 23, 24.
Whatever Maul says to him to rile him up, this is Vader off the back of losing everything he believed in by killing half of it and losing his wife. He's going to be ready to throw down. And the person that Maul is constantly running his mouth, I mean, Maul might lose a leg again. He might get his legs bloody chopped off. He might get his arm chopped off. I could see that definitely happening. And then the girl comes in to try and save him and help him out.
Yeah, but what if Vader kills him instead of Maul?
I think it could be interesting. Maybe Maul doesn't leave her behind, but he has a choice to go back and sacrifice himself for her, and he just leaves her.
What if Vader...
traps him? Yeah, traps her. Sorry, like it's like you know in the episode of Welcome to Derry, Darius, where the girl's trying to get to the door and Pennywise is sort of like hobbling along, and then she's basically
he does in Rogue One. He closes the door so no one get out in Rogue One.
Yeah. Oh, fucking beautiful. Oh, that would be so. I mean, it'd be terrible, and it'd be. I'm not a psycho, but Jesus, that would be. You know, I mean, I just want to clarify. But that, I said that with a lot of enthusiasm. But I think it would make such an interesting plot twist. Every person that watches that show on a reaction channel at home whatever, there would be such a like, oh my god, what the reaction.
Because like what I almost want the show to be is like we watch, like you said, Maul was humanized gradually. Mm-hmm. We all love Maul, but we kind of love to hate him because he's such a bad dude. But like maybe Maul can actually turn a corner, and then he does something. Oh, he almost thinks he's a bad guy. He does something. You know,
I think Maul will be loosely good for like 3 episodes, and the final episode will make him. In order to survive in Maul's kind of line of work, he's not a Jedi. He's not Ahsoka, who is a former Jedi who dabbles in the gray. He's not Baylan Skoll, a dark Jedi. He's not even a Sith, where they're just out and out villains. He's a villain that is in the underworld. And the number one rule of the underworld is you're gonna have to screw people over.
He's a criminal with a lightsaber. That's what he is.
That's all he is now. He's a glorified merc. Like you're gonna have to sacrifice your humanity completely. Like
this show's gonna humanize Maul to make us like actually like okay, let's go
big
Maul.
Time.
And then like you said, maybe like the last like 3 to 2 episodes, that's when it's gonna be like, oh, psych. Maul still Maul.
It's like a reverse Crosshair, right? It's like as you see Crosshair, he starts to he goes full like all in. I'm with the Empire, and then he gets chipped away at over time and humanized, similar to Callus, similar to like just other characters. I think with Maul, he'll be battle hardened for like the first 6 episodes, and then maybe for 7 and 8. I specifically said 7 and 8, not to do the thing again. 7 and 8. You actually see a human side to it. Maybe they play a frickin' what's that holotable game? Maybe they play that game in their downtime. It could be anything. It could be anything at all. And then literally as soon as episode 9 hits, he's back in the shit. Episode 10, I'm back to Maul. I've got to do it.
10 episodes or 9 episodes?
I think it's 10.
I think it might be 10. I could be mistaken. So do comment down below if you know at the time. Obviously at the time of this, like it just but I think it might be 10. So there's a lot of breathing room they can do, and they can give a lot of room to let this flesh out. And I think it's going to be the number one thing people remember about this show is that you really hope that Maul changes, and he just can't. He can't let it go.
He can't.
He's too vengeful.
And that's what he talks about adapting. But the irony is Maul cannot adapt. He does. No, he adapts to survive. He does what he needs to do to survive, but he doesn't change. Like that's kind of the whole point of the prequel trilogy to the OT. The Jedi have to change who they were to survive in this new world. Maul can't really do that. Like
no.
Obi-Wan
and Sam Witwer being involved, just to piggyback on your point as well. If we're really like Maul is the prequels to a T. Like he is that world, so he can't change. It's just ingrained. He is a product of his system. Like he can't unlearn what he's
only
learned.
Taught one way. And that way is not compatible with how to do things by the time of the OT.
No. I mean, this article here says, set a year after the devastating events of the Clone Wars and well before his fated encounter with Obi-Wan Kenobi in Rebels, Shadow Lord fills in the crucial gap in Maul's timeline. The Galactic Empire is still cementing its control, leaving room for a power vacuum in the criminal world. Enter Maul, aiming to rebuild his syndicate on the neutral crater city planet of Janix. The show's premise is tantalizing. A broken, vengeful figure trying to be a mentor. Boom! Called it his new charge. Devon Izara, a disillusioned Twi'lek ex-Padawan, offers a fascinating dynamic. It's a compelling master-apprentice setup that pushes the boundaries of usual light versus dark narratives. The visuals alone, which look bloody amazing.
Oh my God.
The Disney Plus subscription. The painterly animation style from the Clone Wars is back, but with an upgrade. Expect a feast of deep reds, purples, and thick shadows that perfectly match the series' dark tone. The return of voice acting powerhouse Sam Witwer ensures that every line of dialogue lands with the necessary gravitas and menace. Add in on the appearance from the mysterious Inquisitor Marok. Yes, that Marok from Ahsoka in brackets, lol. And you have a recipe from some serious canon connections and satisfying conflict. It says casual viewers looking for something a bit more bite than your average Gungan encounter.
Yeah, this show is going to be darker.
How long do you guys think the show is going to be? Because I think it's going to be multiple seasons for sure. I think it's going to be at least 3.
I thought it was a limited show.
I think 3 seasons.
Really?
Did they say it was limited?
I mean, let me have a look. Is
because I think there's potential. I think
I agree.
Like you can do because I think I would do it where he leads up to him taking control of Crimson Dawn and then getting stuck on a Malachor.
That would be sick. I was gonna say
it's unconfirmed. Like, I don't think there's any clarification. So I'm having a little look here, but I genuinely believe, and I'm agreeing with you, bro. I think it's going to be about 3 seasons. I think you can do a lot here to sync. Like, you don't need to do every single year, but you could do what Andor did, right? Yeah. Season 1 is like the early days. Season 2 the following year, and season 3 maybe it's just before Rebels. How did he get to where we see in Rebels?
Yeah,
sync up the timelines. Problem solved.
They kind of imply that Kira betrayed him because Kira leads Crimson Dawn later in some comics.
She definitely.
What if season 2 we see Kira?
That's another time he's lost. His anger gets such the better of him that Kira usurps his bloody leadership from him, for Christ's sake.
Like, what if in season 1
he's a walking L. I'll tell you what, he's got aura in Phantom Menace, but more, you are an L.
The Hawk of Star Wars. Oh, my bad.
Jesus Christ, you're an you're the Hawk of Star Wars. You are such an L. You are an L, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, at least Hawk won once. Jesus.
Basically, like, his only feat is killing Liam Neeson on screen. Like, you lose every duel. You lose every time to be an apprentice to someone. You lose your own people constantly. You lose every major fight. Like, jeez,
that's
what were you saying? What were you saying, Gene?
That's actually valid. The Hawk of Star Wars. That's actually funny.
Yeah.
But no, but like, I'm saying this. Like, what if in season 1, like, obviously it's gonna pay attention to more Maul and Devin or whatever. But what if we get like season 2, like you said earlier before, Darius, we get to meet Kira, like animated Kira, like have Maul meet her, and in season 3 do like all their like whatever, and then like at the end of season 3 it leads up to Maul going to what Malachor was it to meet Ezra and Kanan and Ahsoka and all them.
That would be fire. I kind of hope that. I hope that's what happens. Like,
I would love that.
Well, I always thought what happened with Maul and Kira is like Maul. Obviously, Kira when Dryden Voss dies, Kira kind of becomes like the number 2.
Yeah,
because the way it seems is that Dryden Voss was like the public face of Crimson Dawn, and Maul was running it from behind the scenes because Maul is still probably wanted by the Empire by this point, so he can't be exactly running a criminal empire like the public face if he's wanted by the Inquisitors and Vader and stuff. So like Kira's probably elevated to that position, and then her and Maul are working together. I think she betrays him and like gets him stuck on Malachor somehow. Like she leaves him there.
Yeah,
and
I've just put another thing together. So we know that they're building to a Filoni-verse type of event, right? And we know that a lot of the Filoni-verse in the sense of, well, I mean, it's the whole thing's the Filoni-verse now, but the Filoni-verse being like between episode 6 and episode 7.
Yeah.
We know that it's going to be very much based on Heir to the Empire, but also I think they might incorporate some sequel trilogy scrapped ideas in there too.
Yeah.
And what if maybe this Padawan isn't sacrificed? Says Maul Shadow Lord will introduce a new character called Devon, a Jedi Padawan who survived, yada, yada, yada. She's clearly riffing off of one of George Lucas's favorite Sith from the old expanded universe, Darth Talon. Who Lucas envisioned as Darth Maul's apprentice in his abandoned sequel trilogy plans. And what's around the corner? Ahsoka season 2.
Ooh.
Could be Darth Talon.
Maybe.
Damn. Shit.
Wait, do you think Devon's going to become Darth Talon?
That's a possibility. Yeah.
Could be. Maybe. Because I'm reading through a little subreddit now. There's people who are kind of like 50-50 on the whole Darth Maul like caring for a kid thing. And I think it's because Darth Maul will see a lot of... Well, it's not really Darth Maul anymore, is it? Maul will see a lot of himself in that kid. If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm down for that. That would be kind of hype.
I do get people's concerns about, like, you know, another child adventure trope with a mentor figure. I know, but I think it's they can do it well here.
I think it's going to be kind of a subversion of that, where it's like you think that's what's going on, but
yeah.
Dude, that would be fire.
That I think that'd be quite interesting because you see how like, and the only reason I say that is a few years back they had Jason Syndulla in Rebels. And now he's in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
It's like, Filoni, are you low-key trying to like... You know how like when you're writing a script, Darius, you'll be like, okay, I haven't found a way to get the character to punch John in the face on page 396. I'll tell you what, let me go back. 374. Oh, he says John has a little dick. There you go. Boom. Like that. You go back a few pages, you write the line in there, and somehow you can make it work. That's what this feels like. It's like Filoni just planting seeds back there for stuff he can use later.
Yep.
That'll be heat, dude. That'll be fire.
And that's a good way, admittedly, to connect it all the way back to the start of the franchise as well. Because if you think about it, like I love Ahsoka, but Maul predates her, like because he's
a prequel character, yeah.
Ahsoka was like what, maybe 2 in Phantom Menace, maybe.
I mean, she might not even been born yet.
Maul's pretty old. He's basically Obi-Wan's age, if not a little older.
He's oldie.
Damn,
that's actually pretty fire. I kind of like that.
I like that too.
I actually low-key like that. I'm on board.
I like how they're releasing it too. It's 2 episodes per week.
Episode premiere. I was just about to read that as well. Lol.
It's a 2, because I think April 6th is 2-episode premiere, but after that, it's still a 2-episode thing, and the last 2 episodes are on May 4th.
Yep.
So.
Of course, it has to be a May 4th. Of course.
Yeah, it's got.
Shadow Lord. It says Shadow Lord gets 5-issue limited series with Star Wars Shadow of Maul from Marvel Comics.
So it's a limited series. So there's no more.
The comic, yeah.
The comic. I think the show.
Getting comics as well. So there you
it's
go.
Like the Shadow of Vader stuff they've been doing with Kylo.
Yeah. I don't think they get. I mean, I've got to be real. Look, as far as I'm concerned, like I'm happy. We're eating good. The likelihood that Ben Solo comes back is high. We've got the Starfighter movie coming up. We've got the Rey movie in the works. Ahsoka season 2. This looks absolutely dope. Like I think we got some good shit coming up. Personally, I think we're in for a good treat.
I think Star Wars is going to make a comeback, like a really good one.
I agree. I choose to not like dabble in this. Look, if anyone has a right to complain, it should be me. Okay, I got Kenobi. Like, come on. But I'm open to them having a second chance. You know, a second chance. Come on, and there's ways around it. Have new characters, tell new stories, and you can make the brand live on. You know, and hey. Episode 10 can save a lot of the damage that the sequels did.
I mean, there was a time where people said the prequels
mostly Rise of Skywalker.
There was a time where people said the prequels killed Star Wars. People forget about that, but there was a time.
And years later, Force Awakens came out, so I think we'll be
like people are like that didn't happen.
I think we'll be fine.
It did. Pre-2015, that's what people were saying, that Star Wars would never be the same after the prequels.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
I'm old enough to remember that.
It's still here. Say what you will about the quality, inconsistent. It's still here.
Tell me that, you know, little 4-year-old Jacob who sees little hooded Darth Maul, you know, going, that we get a whole animated show dedicated to him. Jesus. I mean, hey, just because it's dedicated to him doesn't mean it'll be good, right? But I'm willing to give it a chance. I think, you know, if this is the same company that allowed Andor to happen, I'm going to give it a chance.
And like Sam Witwer seems very involved.
He is so upbeat about it.
You know how protective he is over Maul's character and everything. Like
I'm not like it is the rule of 2, isn't it? I mean, George quote unquote had Dave Filoni, and then Dave Filoni has Sam. Like it's like. I think Sam.
I think this show's going to be peak. This show's going to be peak. Just the animation. Bro, the animation looks so.
The animation looks freaking crisp. It looks so good.
They keep making it look better and better. Like I thought, Bad Batch is the best it could ever look, but it gets.
Yo, Gian, can you share my screen real quick?
Yes, I can.
Like this, I'm sorry. This right here is everything I love. This poster for me is one of the best posters I've seen in recent times for anything. I'm sorry, it is.
That poster's sick.
Because it's not just a bunch of floating heads. Look at it. It's more. It's
even like the stylized of like the font and stuff. It's like tribal.
Oh, and can we appreciate in the trailer? You've got dialogue from the Phantom Menace. I think there was even a reference to the Rebel scene. You've got all of that in there.
You hear Duel of the Fates in the background.
You do. Yep. You hear the
Yep.
Even in the teaser for the trailer, you see Maul and Obi-Wan fighting in Rebels. Like that's so sick.
Well, I freaking love this. I'm sorry. I think the show's going to be peak. Like they rarely miss in the animated department.
Like Star Wars animation,
God tier
is like the best storytelling ever.
The worst thing they probably done is what Resistance, and even season 2 of Resistance wasn't that bad. If you're watching now, picking up from here, if you're watching, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Don't worry about
now.
Yo, okay. What were you saying before? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was just saying that even Bad Batch, for as much as there is a lot of filler in there, the crosshair-based episodes are some of the best episodes I've ever seen in Star Wars. Like there was that one episode, the Outpost episode, did better numbers than an episode of Mando.
Yeah, dude, I remember like it was. Mando and Bad Batch were competing at the time.
I know Bad Batch was competing with Mando. That's crazy.
I don't know why they did that. I don't like having two shows out at the same time.
Yeah, I don't. And
if it's two different, if it's like Marvel and Star Wars, fine. But like two Star Wars shows or two Marvel shows at the same time, it's just like why, bro?
It's just a bit weird. I can't lie. But yeah, no, I'm hyped for this show, man. I can't wait. Like I think this show is gonna slap. Like admittedly, I waited a whole day to watch the trailers because I wanted to really take it in. But I'm telling, like even like Darth Maul's hilt is the what's the other half? The other hilt that he's got. Where did he get that from?
Oh shoot, I forgot.
I forgot too.
Shadow Lord hilt.
Because I'm trying to remember because he gets another one in Rebels, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He gets another one in Rebels after.
He takes an Inquisitors, doesn't he?
Yeah, he takes the Inquisitor one.
I think so because this one he has this. Does he have this one in Solo in the end credit scene?
I think so.
It's the same one. Is it the same one he has in when he fights Ahsoka in Siege of Mandalore?
No, I don't believe so because he's got it's got like a curvature.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a saber after that. Remember?
No, he does. Yeah.
So I think it's just because it falls in Mandalore.
Yeah. He does.
Interesting, because the one that he has in Rebels, it has like a curvature on it, like a design.
So he either makes it or he steals it from another Inquisitor. Is my guess.
Oh, what if he? I would love if he's like, I'm just taking a page out of Grievous's book, kills the Inquisitor, and takes the saber.
But honestly, he might do
another parallel to Ahsoka because that's what Ahsoka does. Yeah,
I would freaking love that. I'm sorry.
She purifies. She purifies it. Makes it white.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm looking at it now. This blade, like this hilt, is actually on sale for $800. Absolutely not. But
yes.
the actual thing is on sale, so it's been in the canon before. I just can't remember where.
I think it's the same one. I think it's the same one from Solo that he ignites.
I thought this
right.
It's like he does that for no reason. By the way, there's no reason to do that in Solo. He just does that so that he knows who he is. Like that. That's the only reason. It's fan service.
He doesn't need to like in that scene. He just needs to say the line. Everyone knows it's Darth Maul. He just goes, "Bring the ship and come to me."
Bro was aura farming in front of Kira for no reason. He was just like
you just wanted to say you had a lightsaber.
For Kira too, I ain't gonna lie, but.
I'm not mad about it. Yeah,
it's Kira. I mean,
it's Kira. It's Amelia.
It is Amelia.
I mean, we saw Han was willing to like he waited for like 5 years to go back. He went back for Kira, so like I get it.
Yeah.
But
I saw this online, and I kind of agree with this. Do you think that anything that's animated should just stay on Disney Plus, and anything that's live action should be theaters? Like no more live action shows, or no?
I don't mind live action shows like Ahsoka and whatever, but I think generally speaking, there should be a priority for theater.
Yeah, because like live action, we have like Andor and Ahsoka, which are like, and Mando, which are like the best live action shows for Star Wars.
I do need to cut down on live action though. Like there doesn't need to be that many. Like
yeah,
nobody.
Sorry, boys, I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. This is the same hilt he has in Clone Wars season 7. I'm an idiot.
I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay.
How on earth did he get it?
How did he get it back? Where did he get it from? Did he go back to Mandalore and like find it? Like,
don't think about it, Jacob. Jacob, don't.
I mean, we know. I don't know. Don't think about it.
Yeah, this is.
You know, Mandalore gets like bombed to smithereens because from the Night of 1,000 Tears or whatever.
Dude, I don't even know.
Do you reckon we might see his saber destroyed in this one, and then it syncs up with the Rebels one?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
That one makes more sense.
Maybe he gets the newer one from an Inquisitor or something.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick.
That'll be fire.
I would be so down for that. God,
Yeah,
I'm hyped for this show. I can't wait.
It's like I said, it's crazy. We're finally getting a dark side. I mean, Acolyte was kind of that. Not really, though. Like a really dark side focused, like a dark side is the main character. Dark side is the main character.
Yeah. Don't make him redeemable or stuff like that. Just humanize him a bit.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. Like you said, they're going to humanize him. But I'm
like every villain has I'll say most villains have some humanity to them. Like they're not just. Palpatine probably doesn't, but
yeah, Palpatine is
the devil.
Maybe
I can't do it anymore.
That's why some people want a Palpatine show. I'm like, I don't really need that.
I don't need it. I know what I need to know about Palpatine.
Same reason I don't need a Yoda show. I want to leave it a mystery what Yoda's backstory is.
Yeah. There's certain characters that don't need it. Like Maul doesn't really need this, but this is a fun expansion where you can delve into his. I feel like Maul's. It's going to sound so interesting how I word this. Maul's character arc is more exciting to me than theirs. Primarily, not do I think they're better characters or he's a better character or whatever. It's just I like Yoda's mystery, leave it alone. And I think Palpatine, we know what we need to.
Just enough, yeah.
Unless you do anything with Plagueis properly, may I add, then leave it alone.
Yeah.
Don't touch
Some characters, Palpatine is just meant to embody evil, and it should kind of stay that way. That's kind of what.
Yeah, the more we dig up with Palpatine, the less leave it alone. No more.
Yeah. So that's.
And we've retreaded enough Palpatine after.
It's like I don't mind like existing characters getting like Kenobi. I think was a good idea in theory. That's a very interesting point in Obi-Wan's life to explore. Same with this with Maul.
And I don't think they're done with that either. By the way,
no.
They should have stayed.
We don't need every moment of someone's life like put the screen. Like we don't need that.
We don't need it all spelled out. Like I'm content with Kenobi being left there, but I got a funny feeling that with how much they use Ewan and Hayden and like promos and things now, I have a feeling they're gonna do it.
Even if it's not Kenobi season 2, and if he puts in even if he's in something else, like he's in
he's definitely gonna be in Ahsoka, I think.
He has to be in this.
Definitely gonna be in that, 100%.
It doesn't make sense. He was Alec Guinness as a Force Ghost before. How was he like Force Ghosts can change how they look, bro. They're ghosts.
I mean, we've got 2 versions of Bail Organa now, for Christ's sake. Like, I mean, come on.
And literally, we in Force Awakens, we hear both Ewan and Alec Guinness's voice at the same time. So, like,
right?
It's like,
do you know what's funny about that line of dialogue? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure for the Alec Guinness line where he goes, "Ray," as she's walking in the forest, they've basically taken his dialogue from the OT and they've clipped out the letters. That's why it sounds a bit distorted.
Yeah, they did.
The thing is, while watching the movie for the first time, I never knew that was Ewan McGregor's voice afterwards.
Yep.
I never knew. I was like, so you're telling me you got Obi-Wan Kenobi back for one line of dialogue off
twice?
Or wasn't that a running theme of the trilogy overall? Sorry.
That birthed so many theories. People thought she was Kenobi because you hear Obi-Wan.
Dude, I remember that was a time when people thought Rey was Kenobi.
After a while, with where they went with the Palpatine stuff, you could have made it make sense.
I would have preferred that. It still wouldn't have made sense. But it kind of does now because, this is going off topic, but when Obi-Wan said he had a brother in Kenobi, I was like, I know exactly what they're about to do.
I remember messaging you and talking to you about it, G, and I was fuming because it was like you could have had like a descendant of Anakin, Ben Solo, a descendant of Obi-Wan, Rey, taking down Palpatine together, just like old times.
Yo, that actually would have been...
And when she's like Rey Skywalker at the end, no one would be pissed because it's like they were brothers. Like they were family. It doesn't matter. Like it's
the ideas were there in broad strokes. Like Anakin and Obi-Wan fought on the lava planet for the last time. Well, not the last time because Kenobi. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Anakin became Vader on a lava planet. Kylo became Ben with water. Yeah. But then it annoyed me because they're like, we couldn't do Kenobi because Kenobi didn't hook up with Duchess Satine or whatever.
Yeah, a brother.
And then a few years later, I've got a brother out there.
And it's like people are like, well, why would this brother have the Force? The Force can skip generations. It has before.
I'll tell you what, if you're not like a main character, you're down bad. Like if you're Palpatine's son or you're Obi-Wan's brother, you're useless.
Yeah.
You're useless. You're nothing. Man, Palpatine's son, man, Jesus Christ.
There's a book that goes into his life is terrible. His life is awful, bro. Like he's a clone of Palpatine and they kind of threw him out because he didn't have the Force. But then he met a wife that actually loved him.
I'm not going to lie. That's actually, I know I rag on the sequels quite a bit, but that's actually kind of funny. Hold that L, Palpatine. You're this all-powerful being and you can't even produce a midichlorian-infused child. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Pretty much.
Yo, I can't.
This is why he had to try and usurp Anakin. This says a lot about his midichlorian levels down there, eh?
And then somehow Rey got them. The Force, and then
I think you can just view that as obviously plot, but I think you can just view that as the Force kind of chose her. It was like, okay, Palpatine's fucking around. You're still here.
We're gonna do this again. Like
the original plan for the sequels was to have Leia be not necessarily the chosen one, but to fulfill the final back half of the prophecy. And they gave it to Rey in like a spirit bomb sort of way.
I didn't mind that, to be honest.
I mean,
I still maintain. No, I like the scene. I was just like, can we?
There's a reason. There's a reason Palpatine waited for Luke to die to reveal himself. I'm just gonna say that.
Yep.
He did not want that smoke.
No.
I remember what happened in that throne room. I'm not having that again.
I mean, Snoke got served the worst in the trilogy.
Snoke did get dirty.
Those theories, man. Oh my god.
Oh, he's Mace Windu. Apparently,
they still really haven't explained what Snoke actually is. By the way, he's still kind of unclear what he actually
left ambiguous. What they should do is just say, you know what, that one dude that was in the background in the Senate building, that one guy in next to ET. ET's in the Phantom Menace, I believe, or is it Revenge? One of the two. ET's actually in there somewhere. He's just that one dude in one of the sitting on the couch, and then Palpatine grabbed him one day and then just whacked him over the head really hard.
You know what my theory on Snoke? I think Cell from Dragon Ball Z. How Cell is kind of like a combination of Goku, Frieza, Vegeta, Gohan, like basically everybody, Piccolo, like basically everybody. I think that's what Snoke is. I think he's Palpatine DNA mixed with Luke's severed hand DNA, mixed with some Anakin's DNA, and it made this, whatever this thing is, that's like extremely powerful, but it's kind of an unstable form. And that's kind of what I think Snoke was meant to be. And they just kind of never really went into that because it's confusing enough on its own with the Palpatine.
I think you're right. He was always just going to be a puppet of Palpatine, regardless in some way, shape, or form. It's just a matter of what they did.
I mean, the Plagueis stuff would have been cool, but like,
the Plagueis stuff would have been so good, man.
Quickly off topic, real quick, because we were talking about Luke before. Y'all saw that, and me and Darius talking about that, but from Hello There Animations, that animated style Clone Wars, Luke Skywalker.
If that's one thing we do need, I'm sorry. I need an original trilogy Clone Wars type of show. I need it in my life. I'm sorry. It would
Luke talking about this. Imagine arcs from three perspectives. You got Luke's perspective trying to rebuild the Jedi, Leia's in the Senate, and then Han is still doing smuggler stuff on the side. Like he's that would be fire.
Luke and Ben.
And you could definitely play into the angle of like Han is like, okay, I'm a war hero and whatever else, but I didn't.
He's also a father,
But I didn't sign up for politics. Like, what is this? Like, I don't. And then you could earn the Force Awakens thing a little bit more. Like, I think that's what's like you can soften that a little bit because I think the problem is people haven't seen these characters in like however long, and all of a sudden Han's a deadbeat dad. It's like.
It can be more complicated. It can be more complicated than that, And then
like you could really delve into it. It's like, oh, we struggled to be there for our kid. Let's go and send him to Luke. Luke's a Jedi, and it's like Luke's a Jedi. One thing I will appreciate about the sequels massively, and I know we've gone off on a bit of a tangent, is it wasn't a Jedi who saved anyone. Ben, sorry, it was Han, and I really appreciated that because the sequels, as messy as they are, that's the one constant. When you watch The Force Awakens, that pays off at the end. So. I very much appreciate it.
It's kind of an inverse of Anakin, where like the death of his mother haunted him throughout the whole trilogy, and it's kind of the reason why he did everything. And the death of
Ben's father
is the reason he came back to the light.
And the death of his mother.
Yep.
And poor R2, man, he's there for everyone's death.
Yeah, but I would love.
Didn't erase his memory, did you?
I would love like an animated show about the OT gang. Like you got Luke doing basically Indiana Jones stuff, going to like these old Jedi temples and finding lost knowledge and talking to his father and Obi-Wan. The Force
could end it with him training a young Ben Solo on like season 5. Like
just cast a young Luke, Han, Leia for the voices. Bring back Matt Lancer for Anakin if you want. You would
even see characters like Poe's parents. Luke knows Poe's parents. Stuff like that.
Dude,
you could show Finn's parents as well.
Like Lando, we can show Lando what Lando was up to. Like there's
I would love to see Finn's backstory a bit more.
Yeah, same.
Like Children of War, like stuff like that. Them getting freaking.
That'd be a dark subplot.
That'd be a dark
kids,
story.
Like just going around taking kids around the galaxy and shit, and then indoctrinating them into this cult.
And there's actually a thing where they were targeting kids of rebels, like on purpose, to take their kids away from them. Like they were doing that.
Could you imagine? They're like, Finn's dad actually fought in the Battle of Endor. He was just one of those characters in the background. They do like
that would be crazy.
Because they weren't there. That was true. They were targeting specifically.
Like they were being vindictive. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna take your children, and there's nothing you can do about it."
I'm the spy. What, you? But yeah, sorry, that just popped into my head.
Hux is dead.
But I would love to see some of that backstory. Maybe Hux's dad and Finn's dad had some run-ins. Maybe it's like family beef that's been going on.
Dave Filoni, if you're watching, which I highly, highly doubt you are, please make that Luke show. Please make that.
I need it. Show. I also need to see Billy Lord, Alden Ehrenreich, Donald Glover, and the one that played Luke in Mando until they did the deep face.
He looks just like, I don't know what they felt.
The one in Book of Boba, right? Not the Book of Boba one.
I want them to do something with those guys.
I think if the Heir to the Empire happens, regardless of the movie, they'll be there. They have to. Like, there's no. Yeah. I'm sorry, there's no way Thrawn threatens the whole galaxy and Luke
doesn't pull up. Come on, again.
And that's what I'm saying. I think Filoni has laid the foundation for literally an army of characters. Of like, if you have Luke and Boba Fett on the same team having a conversation, fighting Thrawn, I am there for that. I am there.
Have Han and Boba bury the hatchet. Why not?
Yeah, I would love. Oh, that would be peak. I'd love that. And give Boba the aura that he had in season 2 of Mando, not his own show.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett. We get to know that didn't happen. It's fine.
The best episode was the one with Boba wasn't in it.
The stuff with the Tuskens was cool. I'll give him that. That was cool.
I enjoy that. Like a panther.
I wouldn't mind seeing a young Boba Fett and more bounty hunters in Maul too.
I mean, they've got Daniel Logan. This is what I thought they were going to do for Boba Fett originally, like the show. They were going to have Daniel Logan play him in the flashbacks. You could have had moments where you see, like, I really wanted there to be a scene, like a conversation. Maybe it could have just been a one-off scene of a de-aged Tamora Morrison and a de-aged, like, or just a kid playing Daniel, like Logan lookalike or something, of like Django going and like saying to him, "Okay, one more mission, and then I'm done. One more mission." And the Geonosis mission was the last mission.
Yeah. Killing, the whole thing, kill Padme, and then
that was the last mission. And did he make it home? Nope.
It spiraled into all this stuff. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite arcs in the Clone Wars. Is the beef between Boba and Mace Windu, and the soundtrack that plays where Windu's like, "Well, you're gonna have to." I'm like, damn, you killed the kid's dad, but Jesus Christ,
never gets over that grudge against Jedi either. Never does.
No.
Maybe that's where Luke comes in. Maybe they have a conversation. You know, you could do some cool shit with that, man. There's a lot of good potential there.
I just want to see more Luke. That's it.
But I think it's like Thrawn is
still underused and stuff.
You know, Thrawn is such a big villain. If you're going to do a Filoni, like a big Mandoverse type of movie, you got so many good characters in there, like Din Djarin, Grogu, Boba, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka and Luke.
Even the Skeleton Crew kids at this point,
Yes. Now, if you had a scene, I just want to put this out there. If you've got Jason Syndulla by that point, who's training up and he's like a Jedi in training, to Ezra, who's his master, and you've got Sabine and Ahsoka, Luke, all working together, peak.
Literally,
and you've got Boba and Din Djarin doing some cool shit over there again. Yeah, have
Grogu with them too.
Not to mention Hera, Zeb,
like it's literally Avengers Endgame, but Star Wars in the Mandoverse.
Dude, that'd be fire. Bro,
I'm here to see it. Peter. I'm here to see it.
Also, I still want to see that duel between Boba and Cad Bane from the Scrap Clone Wars arc with the.
They showed that at Celebration, right? And they just never showed it ever again.
It's a previous animated scene that was never completed, and then Cad Bane is quote unquote killed in Boba Fett, but his thing's still beeping off.
Yeah. I don't think Cad Bane's dead either.
I don't think he's dead. I just think it's such an anticlimactic way for him to go out, and I think I would really appreciate it if, like, my version of the scene was that they were going to have a duel at the end of the series, and then Boba goes on to the Slave 2, is it called? Or whatever it is, or the Fire Spray, whatever they call it now.
Oh, yeah.
And then open up a chest, and inside, what has he got? Django's blasters.
Yeah.
That would have been freaking cold. I would have been like, you know what? Your EE blaster, it's great, but I'm sorry, you got to do this old school. And Tales of the Underworld, I really appreciated the Cad Bane arc in that. Jesus. I love the subversion of like that friend that gets arrested. I thought he was going to be like resentful towards Cad Bane for being arrested, and he wasn't. I was like, you know, that's actually surprising. I was half expecting
You know who else is canon that I hope who's canon now? That I hope is Dirge. Dirge is canon now because he was in a comic.
Oh my god, that would be so
Dirge is a monster.
No, right, Filoni, you're not watching, but if you're watching, if you're doing a Mandoverse, Filoniverse type of endgame or whatever,
he hates Mandalorians. That's Din Djarin's enemy right there. That's
you need to have Dirge be recruited by Thrawn. And then
Dirge hates Mandalorians.
And that's Din Djarin's enemy.
I'm not familiar with the legend stuff, but who's Dirge?
So in the original Clone Wars, Dirge is this bounty hunter. He's in the Clone Wars 2002 animated show. He's like,
have you watched that yet, Gian?
Not yet. I still have to
watch the whole. Dude, trust me, you'll binge it in like 2 hours.
Some of it is kind of loosely canon. Like,
is that short?
Yeah. Like they're really mostly just fights. They're honestly just fights. Like they're just
like the thing is like it's divide. Like you've got 2 volumes, right? The first volume is 25 chapters. The second volume is 5 chapters. The second volume is 5 chapters. Each one's what, like 20 minutes a volume? 20 minutes a chapter, sorry. But in the first volume, every chapter is about 3 minutes. And do you want to know why? Because on Cartoon Network back in the day, they used to release a 3-minute episode every day.
Yeah.
So you get 3 minutes, you get into it. Oh, it ends. See you tomorrow.
Yep. But there's some crazy stuff. We got Mason fights like 100 battle droids.
No, seriously. Dude, G, and I'll watch it with you. Like, honestly, we
can watch it offline. It should be.
Does anyone want to after this?
I'm down.
Yeah.
When I tell you it's fucking peak, there's so much stuff in current canon that's taken from.
Like Anakin Scar is kind of the same. Like how Anakin supposedly gets the scar from Ventress. Yeah.
I'll watch it for sure now.
Mace Windu like literally boxing up droids and shit. Like I think it's so awesome. Like it's done by Gennady Tartakovsky.
He did Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
He did that.
I did Samurai Jack.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Kit Fisto, there's in the original classic Battlefront game, Kit Fisto was added as a DLC to the Xbox version, and he has a force bubble option, like special move. In the show, he's underwater. He makes a fucking huge ass bubble and throws it straight into a damn ship.
I'll always say that there's just one clip I always see. It's with Mace Windu, and he's jumping off a ship, and he's just going ham on battle.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know the half of it, dude. It's honestly that fight right there. I was like, I want to see Mace Windu punching Palpatine in the face like this.
Yeah,
and the thing is, in the original Revenge of the Sith cut, the Battle of Coruscant was meant to be an hour. So a lot of the stuff that appears in the Clone Wars show,
canon. Yeah,
it could basically it's almost like this Clone Wars 03 show is it could still be canon. It's like to go back to what Darius was saying about Dirge. Dirge is he's a gangster. Like you can't kill him.
He's basically like he's basically his species is like this huge, gigantic. He's basically a huge monster in armor, and best car armor, by the way. And he is basically unkillable. He's like immortal. He doesn't age. He regenerates.
Yep.
Literally, to kill him, they have to throw Anakin and Obi-Wan to throw him into the sun to kill him. To his son to kill him. He's that overpowered. Like he will regenerate from literally anything. He's been blown up, cut to pieces. Like they cannot kill him. He's honestly
he's a beast.
The reason he wasn't canon before because he's too broken, too overpowered. That's kind of the reason he wasn't.
Yeah, everyone thinks Starkiller's overpowered. No, Starkiller's overpowered for video game enjoyment. Dirge is overpowered.
He's basically like, I don't even know how to describe him. He's like
imagine, I'd say probably a mixture of General Grievous, Wrecker, and
you just said General Grievous and
a little bit of Palpatine.
I don't need to know. You just said General
those three.
He also regenerates like Deadpool and Wolverine. Like he can regenerate.
Very Venom as well. Like
Venom. The way he actually looks without the armor is very Venom.
Like the tendrils and shit like that. That's Venom.
Damn. Oh yeah, I gotta watch that show.
He hates Mandalorians. Like a lot.
I'll watch it after.
And I'm sorry if you're building up to a Filoni Mandoverse type of event. I love how we'll have Ahsoka and Ezra and Luke and Han and Leia. That's great. But this started with Din Djarin. Din Djarin needs a rival, and Dirge would be the perfect freaking villain. Like that. And then Thrawn recruits him. Like I'm so there for it.
Yeah.
And then you've got a scene where they're using the Mandalorians to fight Thrawn. Oh,
he appeared in the Dr. Aphra comic, and then like they were scared of him, so they threw him into space. And then they like opened the ship and threw him into space. And then they were like, "Did that kill him?" And she was like, "No, he's not."
What comic was he in? What comic was he in that they canonized him?
Dr. Aphra. He was in one of those.
All right.
Dude's a fucking tank. Like I honestly. And also, I will say as well, the 03 show, in my opinion, makes Grievous way more intimidating.
Oh, he does some crazy stuff in that show.
Grievous is a beast in that show. Terrifying. I'm like, that...
It also gave us Jedi Master Shaggy, if you know, you know.
There's a
Jedi Master Shaggy. I'm not kidding about that, by the way. There is a Jedi Master.
And you want to know what his name is, Gian? Shaggy.
Is it actually?
And he looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
That's funny, actually.
Yep. Grievous bumps him off.
No, it's definitely worth a watch for Gian and for anybody else out there who hasn't watched it. Because I discovered it probably about... Because, like, when I saw Clone Wars, I thought there was another Clone Wars. So I was like, wait, what? There's another one?
Dude, yeah, there's two of them, yeah. Obviously, there's the main one, but this was the one before that. Like, this was around the time when you only had the movies. So we're going into Revenge of the Sith. This is all you had to sort of bridge the dots. So Clone Wars was never, like, the one, like, the main one. That didn't happen until 2008. This show came out, like, 2003. So it was like a bridging of the gaps, if you will.
Yeah.
Definitely watch that.
Definitely worth a watch, because a lot of that stuff might be canon. It might be a little exaggerated because the show plays up. The show is basically an anime. Like, it's over the top. It's basically Dragon Ball Z with Star Wars. Like, it's
Jedi with DBZ powers.
Yeah,
I'm watching that. Yeah, I'm watching that.
I'm sorry, some of the shots, like the one where it's where Yoda's narrating about one most gifted student of the Force, and it just lingers on Anakin. I went, oh,
yeah, it's
woo! Beautiful. And I tell you what, some of the scenes in Volume 2 where Grievous attacks the Capitol, cinema, absolute cinema. But yeah, Maul Shadow Lord, can't wait to check it out.
Let me fire.
It's gonna be fire. At least you can hear me now. We had a little segment where we couldn't really hear anyone.
Yeah, that part is getting cut out. Thank God it's not live. That whole
I think you should
remember what we're talking about.
Out,
absolutely nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I think you should cut it out, but keep that footage.
Oh no, I'm keeping that footage. 100%.
And upload it as bloopers.
It's hilarious.
It's
yeah,
funny.
I'll upload it. Yeah, for sure. That'll be actually funny.
But yeah, no, I'm gravy. I'm hyped. I'm out of focus.
Where's your lightsaber? Focus it up.
Oh, Jesus, well there you go. I mean,
oh, never mind. You're back. Oh, never mind. Now you're not. Oh, now you're back. Now you don't know.
Call me old master. So I do concede I am old. I am Unk.
Unk.
Setting in.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, is there anything else?
Yeah, no, me too. Me too. I'm hyped. I'm ready for it. What do you all think?
Yeah, tell us what you guys think about Maul Shadow Lord. Are you hyped? Are you excited? What do you expect from? I don't know if this is still haven't figured out if this is a limited series or not. I hope it's not. I hope it probably does. It probably depends on how it performs, like ratings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it'll perform well. A lot of people.
I think it'll end in a way where it can work as a limited series, but I think they'll do such a vibe. You can tell it's 1 a.m. They'll do such a thing where they go, okay, here's season 2.
Yeah,
I think it'll do decent numbers. It'll do not Bad Batch, because Bad Batch sort of dwindled in places. It won't do Clone Wars. It's not that popular. It will do sort of midway.
I think this will get casuals in casual fan, because like even some of my friends saw a trailer for this. They're not really big Star Wars fans. They watch the big stuff, you know. But Maul is one of those characters where everyone loves him. Everyone thinks he's cool, so people will tune in just for that, you know. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I was joking. Travis Scott isn't actually in the Odyssey. Sorry. Side note. Sorry, I got distracted.
Is he actually?
Hilarious.
I mean, after the John Cena thing, I go, okay. I mean, within 5 seconds, I've got Marky Mark screaming on my. Oh God. Anyway, it's unrelated. But yeah, no, Shadow Lord. Can't wait to watch it. And what a name for Darth Maul, eh? Formerly Darth Shadow Maul. I'm here to see it. Thank you for having me as always, both of you.
Yep.
Thank you for agreeing to do it last minute.
Vibes.
We're snowed in, nothing else to do.
Yeah. I'm not snowed in, metaphorically.
Took a break from the Harry Potter rewatch, the other wizarding franchise.
The other franchise with magic, and that's chosen one.
Yeah.
Just like the kings of pop culture, and it's just sorry. It was an opportunity. Sorry.
Self plug. You need to charge that thing, buddy.
Yep, noted. You definitely got to keep that. Like, Jesus.
But yeah, that's all I got.
You're an outro line, Gian.
I don't have one. Deuces.
Okay, thank you all for watching. Give a massive shout out to the gentleman up here. What's your hype for this series? We will see you all in the next one, episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, the best one.
That's the best one.
Maybe 3 was the best one, or maybe this one was the best one. It's really a toss up between these 3. You
know? The Rise of Sky. No,
definitely not 9.
No, 9 will be the best.
It might be 3. It might be 4. It might be 5. Might even be 6. It's
Our 9th episode will be the best episode of the pod.
Episode 8 will be the most divisive one.
8 and 9.
Episode 8, you either love it or you hate it. That's what it's going to be. 7's just kind of going to be this one again. It's kind of the same thing, a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be like, so many great ideas.
Let's copy all of them.
Copy and paste. Just change.
You can look at my homework. Just change it up.
Literally.
Yep.
Deuces.